Hello everyone, my name is Terikoti Harshitha. I'm from Vijayanagaram. Currently, I'm pursuing my BTech graduation at LENDI Institute of Engineering and Technology. Currently, I'm in third year. As part of our English and soft skills for job seekers course, I need to do a case study with our senior. Today, I'm really happy to introduce Mr. Vishnu. He is first member from our department to get placed in a German company. And thank you, Vishnu brother, for accepting my invitation. To begin with, please could you introduce yourself first?
First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity and thank you for the ELCS lab and Haribabu sir for creating this wonderful opportunity. First of all, I am Kedhar Vishnu Buddepu from Vijayanagaram. I am pursuing my BTech in LENDI Institute of Engineering and Technology in CSIT department, and I am enthusiastic to learn new things in technology. That's it.
Thank you so
You can
much.
continue.
And since this is part of our English and soft skills for job seekers course, so can you share how this our English lab helped you to get prepared for our interview?
Yeah, it helps a lot. Our English lab has a good course and outcomes and syllabus part. And during our ELCS period time, from first year we are attending the ELCS lab as everyone doing it. And from first year onwards, they are training us to first of all clear a fear from our heart, which was to represent ourselves in among everyone while we are speaking with in what I mean, if we are in a group of people or while you are saying something to a group of people, while you are standing alone and uh, facing multiple people, it is very hard. We get stage fear, that feeling. This ELCS lab helps a lot by conducting the ZD and presentation, everything. This helps me a lot to come over that stage fear and to speak with a person directly and fluently. It helped me a lot. And uh, while we are facing people who are interviewing us, it is very important to speak with them professionally and formal way. In ELCS lab, they teach us how to represent ourselves properly. In third year, we have a course like how to prepare our resume, how to attend our interviews and everything. It helps me a lot. That experience helped me a lot to represent myself during this J1 interview.
Thank you so much for sharing your ELCS lab experience. So now our main part is how is your German company interview process went and what types of rounds were there and how did you prepare for them?
First of all, I start with the preparation. It actually took me around 2 months of my hard work. Uh, at the morning part, we have our college time, and we have to spend most of our time at the college, and we have time after coming to the home. After 6 o'clock, I started my preparation around around after 7 actually. I started my preparation. I used to maintain streak in the coach of attending every day and then learning a new framework which is helpful to me to represent myself and my skills to the people. And this helped me a lot while attending the interview. Uh, the, I got some questions based on the Zango framework actually, and it attracted the interviewer and he asked me more about this framework also. And after that, we got some time around 2 weeks of the time, which was allocated by our HOD to prepare for the JMN. At morning part, we go to the lab and we prepare aptitude and coding and some SQL queries, which is very important to our JMN company. SQL is the most important topic, and I suggest you to preparing for the SQL actually, and SQL is the main part for the JMN interview. It is the most uh, useful technology they use to maintain the things working, and other part is they use every framework, everything, so that learning a framework is important, so that afternoon at the end of the day around 7 o'clock, while I reach home, I started to learn framework. This is my preparation part. Every day morning I used to learn aptitude, afternoon DSA, evening framework. This is my actual 1 month preparation. And after that, when the rounds in the JMN company, total we have 5 rounds. First one is aptitude. We have 5 questions of JavaScript, 5 questions of Java, 5 questions of Python, and 5 questions of aptitude, and 5 questions of SQL. We cleared it. First day morning part, it was completed. In the afternoon part, we have coding questions, coding round. Here we have 8 questions, like 4 questions are coding questions and 4 questions are SQL questions. Here I face some difficulty to solve the SQL questions. Here I need to improve myself, I think actually. And coding questions, they are okay. I solved it, but it took some more time. I need to adjust that myself. And after that, next day, first day we have these 2 rounds, and after that we have 3 rounds: TR1 and TR2 and HR. Technical round 1, technical round 2. Yeah, okay. recruiter 1. And here these Tier 1 and Tier 2 are virtual rounds. Here first round we gave our resume, and they asked me about myself, to introduce myself in both the rounds, TR1 and TR2. And after that they asked me some questions on the coding and some SQL and some the framework which I learned from past 1 month. And they asked me to write some SQL queries, and mm, and one coding question they asked me to solve on the notepad without using any tools, or we can use VS Code or some online editor to solve that coding question. And in the both rounds the same, but Tier 1 the difficulty level was okay, but Tier 2 it was medium to hard. They asked me some more depth about my projects and some more depth about everything. I faced some difficulty while facing Tier 2. And HR round. HR round is completely different from Tier 1 and Tier 2. In Tier 1, Tier 2, they covered my entire coding skills, how much knowledge I gained in the coding and technical. In HR round, they just asked me to introduce myself, which was not completely related to the coding and about the college and studies. They completely asked it about my personal life, from childhood to this time, from to engineering. They asked me everything, to introduce myself without including any skills and technical, everything out of the resume. Okay. They asked me to, she gave me, recruiter gave me one case study and actually 2 case studies she gave me. And I, I took some time. They gave me 2 minutes of time, 2 to 5 minutes of time. And I thought, and I just answered it. That's it. And then we waited for 30 minutes of the time, and they gave me the result, and they gave us feedback. Around we have five people, I think. Five people. Five people. We got total 5 people we got recruited in JMN company. They gave us feedback to improve our English skills a lot, and actually gain some knowledge through ELCS lab, but we need to increase some more better. We need to improve it.
That's really challenging, and you have learned so many skills to crack this interview, and also communication also very important. Thank you for sharing your complete experience in interview process. And is there any challenging or mistakes that you have done during the interview?
Yeah, I think I done some mistakes like while tier one and tier two, I need to communicate. I need to speak some more better. I think so. And while explaining myself, uh, I just explained about the projects, what I done. The most of the interview covered is what my projects are, what did I do, everything what about my project. They the time the time they put to ask my skills are less. I don't know why, but I think I need to improve my skills a lot. That's it.
Yes.
The and communication also. I need to improve my communication some more better. In HR round, they just to when they gave us case study, we need to analyze. We need to ask some more questions about the case study instead of just listening the question and answering it. We need to ask some more questions about what is the case study about and how what, all possibility questions we need to ask during the case study. That is the point I miss during the HR interview. I need to so that I need to improve those areas.
Yes, well. And you have done so many rounds in the interview. And what do you think, which skill helped you the most to crack the interview, especially technical and communication as well?
Yeah, actually, the most helpful from like preparing for the 1 month, 2 months is helped me a lot because before the interview I started preparing, right? I mean, not say I am not suggesting to start the preparation 1 month or 2 months before the interview. I have some more memory. I cannot remember for a long time, so that I started preparation before 2 months of the interview, so that I can remember a lot. That helped me a lot during my interview because they asked me more questions about the things I learned before I learned during this 2 months period, 1 month period, and last 10 days, I I prepared a lot for the aptitude and the coding questions, everything that helped me a lot to solve these coding questions very little time than taking too much of time. That's
And can you give me any tips to crack my future interview as well, and what type of skills I have to learn?
yeah. First of all, I suggest you to start learning the SQL, which is very important. Even though a service-based company or product-based company, they focus on the SQL a lot because every company has to manage their database, everything. So that learn SQL as much as and as fast as you can. And DSA, it is, it's important to learn how to solve the question rather than learning a language. Okay, like choosing a language, Python, Java, or C. That's your wish. Learn how to solve that problem, approach to solve that problem, and how fast you can solve that problem. It is very important task because it takes a lot of the time while you are studying and building a constraints while writing a code, which is very important to build a logic. That's it. Uh, First of all, learn logic before choosing the. We have problem solving in the hacker rank and coach of everything. We have platforms like that. We need to solve every day. That is very helpful to us. Learn SQL and learn a programming language and learn a framework which is like Python. If you are choosing Python, you can learn Django or Flask or FastAPI. If you are choosing Java, we have Spring Boot, etc. If you are choosing JavaScript, we have React.js and Node.js. You need to learn a framework before entering a software while you're entering an interview because it helps you a lot because they attract to that framework and they can ask more questions and they can if you don't have any of those frameworks or skills they they have to think what questions you have they have to ask during the interview, which takes a lot of time and which makes the interviewer go to take the interview. So that you need to attract the interviewer by uh, putting some frameworks and some skills like and some more other tools using like VS Code, GitHub Desktop, which is helpful for version control. So these are the main suggestions I would like to give you.
Okay. And next more question about our ELCS lab. And you have also participated in our lab. So do you think which ELCS lab activity helped you to improve your communication skills, and which activity do you like most in your point of view?
Yeah, during our third year, we got a new lab and we got some cubicles to attend our uh, tasks like that. The first thing it helped me a lot is ZD group discussion, where we have to leave our fear and we need to speak among the group of the people about the particular topic. And GG is the most important thing that is very helpful. And presentation, where you have to present your PPT among the 70 people, which which is very helpful, than the ZD, because you need to prepare your PPT, which shows your skills, how well you can represent a topic, and the way of explanation attracts the people, and you can improve a lot because you are the only person who is explaining, and you need to attract every people in the classroom, so that you need more preparation to improve yourself, which helps to improve yourself, because presentation is very helpful thing in my perspective. And group discussion is also very important thing, because uh, you can share your feeling among the group of the people while they are also sharing. That leaves you to communicate, which helps your communication skills. While GD helps your communication skills, and presentation helps to reduce your stage fear. And by giving tasks like GD every day, every time we go to the ELCS lab, that helps a lot to improve your thinking ability, because we have less time to think about the topic, so that we have around 2 to 5 minutes to think about the topic. This is very helpful, because during the interview, we don't have time to think also. When interviewer asks a question, we need to speak up very fast, as fast as you can. That's helps a lot.
Thank you so much for telling your ELCS lab experience. And finally, how did you feel after getting placed in a Gmail company?
As everyone feels, to get a job is very crucial part of our life, because almost we 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 put our time studying for almost 20 years of the time in our life to get all those skills, and without getting a job means waste. It represents you are wasting your most of the time, 20 years of your life, by spending for fun and everything. It means getting a job is like, okay, I did something for my parents also, and I did good. I mean, it represents you are preparing for the job, and you are responsible for your 20 years of the life. That's it. I am very happy. I cannot express this feeling, because it is very exciting and very.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable experience. And brother, your story was really inspiring, and I will definitely follow what are the tips and information that you have gave me, and I will definitely crack the interview that you have done. And thank you so much for giving me your valuable time and sharing your experience. Thank you so much.
And I am also thanking you because you gave me this wonderful opportunity to uh, share my knowledge to my junior. Sorry, that I got this knowledge from my seniors. They helped me a lot during my interview. Uh, Almost before the interview, my senior helped me a lot to change to improve my CV and the skills and the questions, how they ask, everything. It's better to gain knowledge from the seniors most of the time. They have.
Yes.
That's it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for giving me this.
You're welcome.